which game this track is on.
Live streaming is on.
GTA 5.
Okay.
Sorry. Liberty City.
Okay.
Hello, Internet! So good to see you. We are live and on location. I am Sudoism, aka Oleg.
I am living, aka Savage.
Hello, and we have.
And I'm Giuseppe, aka G-Cell.
Hey there, Robin. Welcome to our chat. Can you hear us okay? Or maybe within the masks it would be a bit easier to hear us. So we're here in Bern at the Reitschule on location of the PlayBern Festival. We're going to try to keep our masks on, our hands clean. And hello there.
Hello.
Hi, Fabienne. Thanks for joining us. We're just starting our live stream here on location. And I'm joined by two fellow participants of the GameJam here at the PlayBern Festival. And we thought we'd just have a chance to say hello to the internet, and then maybe some people joining from our Discord channel, which we set up for the next 25 hours, 24 and a half hours of game jamming, to be precise.
Hello, Internet.
How are you doing?
I'm pretty good. It's nearly the weekend.
It is nearly the weekend, yes. Well, we are hoping that people will join in as they get off work, as they connect to us on Saturday morning. Maybe maybe do you want to say a couple of words about who you are, just because my friends here don't?
Sure. So my name is Fabien. Hi everyone. I'm French, living in Brussels, Belgium. Maybe you can see a little bit behind. I am a prototypist. I build proof of concepts and prototypes in virtual and augmented reality, and a bit, to be honest, everything I can get my hands on. So I was playing with a Remarkable before, eating device. And I'm currently at the moment work for the European Parliament, the Innovation Lab there, and UNICEF to support the Innovation Fund for UNICEF and help startups that are that want to use VR and AR, in particular on the web, with the specificity that I believe that VR and AR on the web makes it accessible to everyone, including devices that don't have VR and AR. So that's one way to really be as inclusive and as broad as possible. Well, this is roughly who I am.
Thanks very much for joining our call. And we'll get back to VR in just a second. I want to show you a little bit. You touched on a couple of really great points, which have a lot to do with what we're doing here today. And as I give you a tour of the room, I think you'll see some interesting devices as well.
Super.
Robin, I'm not sure if you're able to speak as well. Do you want to say a few words? Try to unmute yourself with a little icon on the bottom of your screen there. Robin, we still can't hear you. I think he's trying to use the chat. He says, I can hear you fine. I don't have a mic on my TV here. Oh, how about a couple of words of introduction by chat then? So, but you know what? I actually know who Robin is. And Robin, he is with us virtually, but he's also with us physically. That over there is Robin. I don't know if you can see this well on the, but you see that large structure over there going all the way up to the ceiling? That is next to Line Wobbler. Have actually a whole bunch of setups. There's a retro game video, guys? Yes or no? Thumb up, thumb down. How's our video? Yes, video's back. Thank you. So, yeah, like I was saying, the PlayBern Festival is a 4-day event here in Bern. We are at the Reitschule, which means riding school. It's a big, huge hall. In addition to the expositions there on the back, where you also see exhibition of children's games. There's going to be a prize giving ceremony. I believe it is on Sunday. Saturday or Sunday. But basically, there have been a number of entries from children who have made video games, mostly using Scratch. I think there's one I saw with Python, and they're exhibited there on the laptops and machines. And people can also there's a pub, so you can actually just take a sticker and put it next to the machine. Continuing our tour. There's an arcade in switch to the other video camera. That's fine. Okay, can you guys still see us? I think we can maybe walk over and show you a little better this video. So this is the video game arcade. Better? Yep. Awesome. So it's a startup. They're currently crowdfunding their project, and to the professional, or like not professional, amateur and semi-professional gaming crowd. So they actually run leagues and championships of their own, and they're members of a team that competes internationally. And yeah, they can tell us all about that. I don't know much about that world, but they can tell us all about it. And obviously, if there's a really cool game and somebody wants to play it, they will set it up in this arcade, which is pretty interesting because now you have a location in Bern where you can tell people, go and play my game. It's like it's like having a museum which shows your painting. Well, this is a arcade which shows off your game, right? So, and not just limited to AAA titles and so on. So yeah, and this is our part of the room. So we have basically tables and chairs set up, and we have some equipment that we have prepared. So we have computers. We have a Raspberry Pi, all the way up to a powerful gaming workstation. MacBook here is device controllers, because the theme of our festival this year is games without borders. And we're just going to try to think about what kind of limitations might people have and how we might get around those limitations using game mechanics. And one of the ideas is obviously the kind of concept of one-button games. So one of the things I have here is a big red button. If somebody wants to make a game which just has one big red button as an input controller, you're welcome to do that. Besides that, tablets are obviously a really good format. So we have some tablets which people can prototype on. We also have Xbox controllers, obviously. This, I thought maybe someone could make a game using a webcam, which you hold in your hand, and using computer vision, you could kind of detect objects in the room. So you'd just be like holding an object in your hand, moving it around as a controller. In here is a Muse headset, which records EEG signals from your brain. Then you don't need any buttons or hands. You just put it on, and interact with it. We also have some books. We have brought books on the topics of game design and programming, and obviously some other toys. Whenever I think about accessible games, I always think of that. There's this project, I think it's from Canada, of this plush seal, like this robot seal. It's like this white fluffy robot thing, which is being used in seniors' homes, in old folks' homes around the world now, for older people to kind of, who are like, and obviously crayons and pencils to get people's ideas going. And snacks. We have lots of snacks. We have a whole bar full of drinks. If anyone's coming in afterwards, just it's all free. Just note down what you're taking from the bar. So that's our basic setup for the Game Jam. Okay. Any questions via chat or from you guys? The Jam is taking place physically as well as on Discord and Itch. So try to get them running here locally. And if we don't manage to do that, you can do that by live stream. So just come back here to our starting point. And I've just also to get things going, just before I forget, I have created a Vimeo showcase. So it's like a YouTube channel on Vimeo where I've put together clips which represent this concept of, to me, of games without Robin and Fabian here. Awesome. Robin says the video's off is a bit, but I've got the gist of the Game Jam and the venue. Awesome.
We can hear and see a little bit, but it's hectic. But as long as there is enthusiasm, that will be fine.
All right. So the reason I would love to have kind of a few minutes with you guys is, like, you are both experienced game design and interactive design. Fabian, you work with virtual environments, augmented and extended reality. So have you run any game jams? Do you have any tips for people who want to spend the next 24 hours and maybe make something with one of your tools?
Sure. Well, my number one tip is don't use anything I've built or done, except if you like to tinker. Like as I said at the beginning, I'm a prototypist, so I don't write good code. But hopefully I write something that is new and is inspiring and give ideas. So I really encourage you to, I'll put a link in the chat and give it to you after if you want. But my biggest tip is really to be in a learning mindset. Like I didn't do Game Jam, but I did hackathons, either as organizer or as participant. I had a lot of fun in hackathons. I just don't do Game Jam because I was addicted to gaming when I was younger. So now I still play, but differently, less for competition and more for discover new game mechanics. To me, that's the most exciting part. But again, that's just me. A game mechanic that is just a new way to play. That's the most fun I can have. But my mindset to make it the more fun is just go there to learn and to teach and exchange with people. Honestly, I think the outcome, whatever you build, it doesn't really matter. It should not be the focus. You shouldn't want to come out of the weekend with like, oh, I have a product or I have a game, but more like, oh, I have fun and I tried this and I tried that and I build this to give shape to whatever crazy idea I had or a friend of mine had also. I think it's important not to just push for your own idea as much as listen to what others have to say and say, oh, if there is a better idea than yours or something that is more exciting, just help those people to build it. I think that's the best way for me to have a great weekend and not focus too much on how the result and I need to produce something or whatnot. That's it. Does it make sense?
There we go. You're back. You're back. Awesome.
Okay, super.
Sorry, I think it might be the internet in our location.
And if I were there and I had to push for one idea, but like I said, it's really just my bias. Especially since you mentioned, I think, Scratch before. That's one thing where I think virtual reality, augmented reality is not explored as much as it could be. Is you can bring Scratch or you can bring principles of block programming in VR directly. So you basically can have an object that is a bit of code and grab it, move it, make it snap, and then you can build a game for VR in VR. I think that's the underappreciated, in my opinion, area of VR and AR. Is a bit more not just to consume it, like to be in a game and enjoy the game itself, but rather to build the game straight from VR. This way you have a faster feedback loop. I played a little bit also with this. I can share some links and some codes on what I've done with this, but just the concept itself, or not being trapped in VR, but use VR as a tool to make games, I think is really undervalued. And I think, we're going to see more and more of this. So I encourage you to explore this a bit.
That sounds amazing, Fabian. Please share that link. I would love to tinker with something like that. I spent actually one thing I did to prepare for this game jam was that I spent a morning with kids in a classroom set, teaching them Scratch. Some of them already knew it, others had it for of things. Hey, Fabian. Thank you so much. We will absolutely try that. Robin, if maybe we could via chat get a couple of statements from you as well. I'm just walking over to line where maybe Levin could demonstrate how it works.
Hello, does this work?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I don't know if the stream is still on.
Here.
Let's see once they come back. Oh yeah, I can hear Line Wobbler. Ha. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if
The mic is yours.
us. Hello, Tijas? Huh. Maybe I'll just write it in chat. That way it'll arrive for sure.
Robin, we heard you a bit before, but then you went on.
Okay, I can see you now. Hello?
Yeah, and we can hear you too. We can hear you.
Great. I didn't hear your question. I guess, do you want just like general game jamming advice, or what is it you're interested in?
Yeah, just like Fabian said, just a few words about what do you think is important to think about in the 24-hour game jam?
Oh yeah, well, 24 hours is very short, so I would say you kind of need to do a very small thing only. So like if you have a complex game idea, it's probably too complex, or like probably any game idea is already too complex. So you need to kind of really hone down on a small thing you're going to build, and yeah, use good tools. I would suggest making.
Robin, we lost you there.
Oh yeah, I would suggest only making a tiny thing and then building it up from there. I'll write it in the chat also. So especially if you're not too experienced. Hello? Yeah?
Yes, we can hear you again. Awesome.
All right. If you're not very experienced with game jams, 24 hours is very short. So I would recommend making a tiny, tiny thing. And then if you get that working in time, you build it up from there. But it's really important, I think, to just like do a tiny thing. And as Fabian said, have fun most of all, not focus too much on an end result. Just kind of getting things going, collaborating with friends, making new friends is I think is one of my favorite parts of jams is making new friends. Not really making new games, but
Robin, listen, I'm sorry we're having trouble
no
hearing.
worries.
Okay, you're coming in and out again. There, you're back again. Fabian sends you love. So all good. So I guess we're gonna try to stick to using Discord for keeping each other updated. We'll post photos and impressions and snippets of code and whatever else we come up with in the next 24 hours. If you don't have the link, we'll send you the link again.
Sounds great.
And yeah, just Robin, thank you so much for bringing your amazing game to Bern. We were planning to have you here. It's so unfortunate that because of COVID you had to stay in Berlin, but stay safe and be healthy and make more of these games. And
yeah, I'm sure we'll manage it eventually. Maybe next year I'll come over. I'm quite excited to see like the whole venue in real life, or like I guess wherever you're going to be next year.
Yes, this is just a tiny part of Bern's not a big city, but this is just a part of it. And we would really love to have you next year or whenever. So stay
nice.
in touch.
Well, yeah, enjoy the jam, make cool things, and I hope the festival can go as well as it can these days.
Yes. Yeah.
And I'll try to pop into the Discord as well and see how things are going there.
Awesome. And Fabian, same as well to you. We will do our best to give some virtual reality ideas a go. Keep you posted. I would really love your feedback on these kind of projects, because I think what you said really sounds ambitious, and we need to get some of this open source community together and tinker some more with what you proposed.
Yeah, with pleasure. I love to give my opinion and hopefully advice whenever I can. Yeah, it is ambitious, but also, like Robin said, if you keep it simple and you focus on the one nugget that is exciting and new, you don't have to build everything. It's like the one thing that makes it exciting, and then whenever after the 24 hours, when you have this little nuggets, you can start and build on top of for the next days, weeks, months, years, then it's definitely all worth it. So yeah, have fun. Let me know how I can clarify, help, show more code or ideas. I'm happy to do so.
Fantastic. Gentlemen, you've both been an extraordinary inspiration for us. We will share this video with anyone else who comes in to join the Game Jam. Thank you so much for taking your time this morning and contributing, and we'll be chatting with you very soon.
Super, take care. Have fun.
Cool, thank you. Bye. See you soon.
Thank you. Thank you for your tips.